Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to be back here. You guys know I love it whenever I have to connect with you guys. It's always an amazing time for me. It's like therapy for me. It's like when you like what you do. Yeah. So welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, you guys, thank you so much for always holding it down. You guys know I love you guys so much. And if you're a new subscriber, thanks for joining us. Do make sure to sit back, relax. You're gonna be having a great time on this channel. Trust me. Okay? Yeah. And today's topic, you could already tell by the title, of course. Today's topic is something very sensitive. You all are gonna be surprised. But I feel on my channel, I actually want to portray who I really am. I want to be my 100% self on this channel. Okay. I advocate for being real. Like, you should be real. There's no need, in my opinion, there's no need for you to be in another image, or I don't know how to put it, but like there's no need for you to not be you. You should be your 100% self regardless of what society thinks about it or whatever. So I thought about it that it's very important for me to portray what I want people to really get from my personality on my channel. I want anybody that stops by my channel to be able to tell my kind of person, and it being who I really am. So yeah, today's video is simply what we call social anxiety. Yes, and you guys are not going to believe it, but I suffer social anxiety. I know it might be hard for a lot of you to believe because it does not look like it, but honestly, I do. Yeah. So I decided that it would be very important for me to come on here and talk to you guys about it. My journey so far, everything that has to do with social anxiety, how to overcome it, what social anxiety really is, how it affects our day to day life, how it even affects our future. Yeah. So that's why I'm here. Yeah, I know you guys are going to you guys are going to love it. You guys are going to love it. I just don't want to. I have to find a way to keep my mic, and as you can see, my pretty top is like up to my neck, so I can't keep my mic on my shirt. So I'm thinking I can keep my mic on my rib, but I hope it's not so far. I hope you guys can hear me just as fine as now. I just hope, because I wouldn't know. Yeah, but I'll just try to be very audible just in case. So let me keep my mic here. So, okay, so social anxiety. I wrote down a couple of stuff just so I'm able to deliver 100% what I really want to pass, like the message I want to pass. So yeah, I'm going to be reading like a professional meaning to what social anxiety is. Social anxiety is a chronic mental health condition in which interaction causes irrational anxiety. So like social anxiety is just being in a space where you have multiple people and you find yourself uncomfortable, like you don't know how to act, you just don't know how to fit in, you're just feeling some type of way. I think that's what social anxiety is. Like being in a crowd and feeling, and not knowing what you're feeling exactly, but you just know that you don't feel okay, right? So first of all, I'm going to talk about myself before we furthermore go into the dynamics of social anxiety. So, well, I wouldn't say growing up. I grew up to realize I have social anxiety. I don't know if I had it growing up, but I grew up to realize I had social anxiety. And as much as it was not really obvious, because I tried to still put myself out there regardless. But like one thing about social anxiety is it is definitely going to limit you from connecting with people, connecting with the right people. And of course, you guys know that you need people in our journey to like life and whatever we're trying to be in life. We cannot do it by ourselves, right? So like we definitely do need people. So imagine being in a condition where you do not like to relate to people. You don't want to be in a space where there are multiple people. I mean, it's wrong because it's definitely going to limit you from getting to that height which you want to attain. Okay, so yeah, my personal experience, this is it. I definitely have social anxiety. I still have social anxiety till now. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Like, there are times where I'm supposed to be in a certain gathering, but I just don't feel like it. I just feel like, God, I don't think I want to be there. I don't really know people. No, they don't really know me. They're not my close friends. Like, I just, like, all those thoughts starts to come in my head, and I'm like, I don't want to be in a place where I'm feeling uncomfortable. So me not wanting to be in a place where I'm feeling uncomfortable has now limited me to being in my comfort zone and not being able to reach out to better things, right? Yeah. So, like, cases where, okay, the truth is, as much as I do have social anxiety, I have been able to try. Like, I'm still trying. I'm trying so much to fight it. I'm trying so much to be the complete opposite, just so I could be able to get rid of it, right? So, like, I battle social anxiety with, like, workspaces, some social gatherings, you know. So, like, it's very limiting, and I think social anxiety has to do with, like, self-doubt and, like, some limiting belief of who you really are. Also, I don't know if I would say inferiority complex, because I don't think I'm that, but, like, I just find myself uncomfortable in certain environments. I don't even want to go there. Like, I have friends that I have not seen for years. Do you get, like, they're like, Rachel, what's up? Let us see. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, 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 we're gonna see. But, like, you'll never see me. But they do not know that I have social anxiety, and that's why I have not showed up. They feel like, oh, maybe I'm just being an idiot. Do you get? So I know that social anxiety is actually something very crazy. Like, it's very crazy. It is going to put you in a place of low opportunities. Yeah. Because if you do not go out, if you do not meet people, there's no how you're going to bag anything extra. You get, like, if you remain in your comfort zone, if you remain alone. I know, of course, that I'm this kind of friend. I love being alone, and that's how I even knew that it's part of my social anxiety traits. If you love being alone, of course you have social anxiety, because you don't want to be out there, you don't want to be in the midst of crowd. Okay, so I love being alone. Like, I'm this person that I don't mind being alone. So, you know how people make videos on YouTube saying, oh, how to be comfortable being alone, how to do all of that. I never click on those videos because I 100% know how to be alone. I don't even need anyone to teach me how to be alone. Okay, so yeah, I love being alone. I don't like some kind of crowd, even though, yeah, I like to be, like, in social spaces where I know a lot of people, or it's not so much crowd and it's just people, like, that I can be my 100% self around. Do you get? But, like, you cannot be 100% self around everybody. So, like, if you're waiting that you want to be 100% self before you socialize, then it's crazy. So, yeah, let me just go back to what I have in my notes. Okay, so a person with social anxiety disorder feels symptoms of anxiety or fear in situations where they may be scrutinized, evaluated, or judged by another. Yeah, yeah. So, like, if you're in a position where maybe you're in the midst of, like, your age group, and they're not people you are so used to, so maybe you just start to have the feeling of, how do they perceive me? What do they see me as? You get, like, it's also even caring about what people think of you and how people see you, which we should not even really care about how people see you. Just be yourself, and if people can relate to that, fine. But if people cannot relate to that, then it's okay. They're not supposed to be in your life, they're not supposed to be in your space. That's how you should just be able to tell. Instead of running away from it, I feel like it's better to be in it and just be in it. Yeah, so, like, um okay, evaluation or judged by others, such as speaking in public, meeting new people, dating, and being on a job interview. I don't think meeting new people is much of a problem for me. As much as yes, I do have social anxiety meeting new people. But like when I'm not going somewhere with the intention of meeting someone new, you are not going to have anxiety. Yeah, but like when you're going to a setting, maybe you're going to a concert and maybe someone bought a table for 10 and you got invited to join the table and you barely know up to 5 people on the table. So like you can have social I definitely would have social anxiety from that. As much as I would try to like hide it. Yeah. So like but speaking in public, I don't think I have a problem with that because I don't have a problem with speaking. If I do, I would not be doing YouTube, of course. So I don't have a problem with speaking in public. But of course, I would not speak. I would have anxiety speaking to a crowd of people that I don't know. Like maybe a typical example would be maybe you attend a seminar, right, and someone asks you something like, oh, something sha, and you're like, oh, I'm knowledgeable about this, and they're like, oh, come and speak about it. Of course I would definitely have social anxiety. Like I would definitely have social anxiety, but I would still try to not let it show. Yeah. So, like answering questions in class, of course, I was never that student that answers questions in class. And you will not hear me answer question. I know the answer, oh, but I will not answer because I don't want people to hear my voice. I don't. You get that's social anxiety, of course. So, like people with social anxiety have intense fear of situations where they could be watched, judged, embarrassed, or rejected. Actually, yeah. So, like, social anxiety comes with the fear of being judged, the fear of being perceived in a certain way, like I said before. Yeah. So, like, I think if you decide to be yourself and allow people see you just as you are, and if they choose to judge you, it's okay. But like if you do not care if they judge you, I think you'll be able to overcome social anxiety, which sometimes I speak to myself. Sometimes even when I'm about to be in certain gatherings, I'm like, I speak to myself in the mirror and I'm like, as you go to this place, better respect yourself. I'll be like, you know what, just be in your lane, breathe. Nobody owes you shit. So just be cool. If you feel like you have something to say, feel like you can say it, but like otherwise, but don't be nervous. Yeah, that's the word. You just see that you are nervous, you're uncomfortable, you're just feeling like people are like looking at you, maybe even when people are not looking at you. Like social anxiety is a crazy thing, and that's why I decided to speak about it because I feel it is a limiting mental health disorder. Yeah. So let's move on. Like this social anxiety thing, people are not going to believe that I have social anxiety because they look at me like, oh, she's really lively. But like, you don't know that before I come and portray that liveliness, I have spoken to myself that I cannot go and be timid because why for God's sake will you be timid? Well, it's not that easy, oh, but like I try as much as possible to talk to myself about like it because I know, and like acknowledging that you have this problem is even step one. If you do not even know that you suffer social anxiety, then it's worse because how then do you get rid of it, right? Yeah, so like you just have to check yourself and be sure if you have social anxiety, then you just have to start working on it like immediately. Because people don't want to deal with timid people. People don't want to deal with people that feel like that have fear in them. You get people want to deal with people that are really sure about themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? So like why you gotta be anxious? Okay, so we're just going to move over to like lifestyles and home remedies to like get over social anxiety. I wrote on my book that learn stress reduction skill. So you should just learn ways and manners that you can like ease off on stress. So maybe you want to do like the breathe in and out thing, like breathe in. So just learn whatever you feel like is like a stress reduction skill for you. Just practice it more often if you suffer social anxiety. Yes. And the second one here is get physical exercise or be physically active on a regular basis. Yeah, so it's actually going to help you so much with like anxiety if you do exercise regularly. Even if you're not able to go to the gym, just try to do workouts at home. Like some of you guys already know that I started working out, but for God's sake, I have not been the most consistent, especially at the gym. But at home, I still try to do like some home workouts and all that. Then you guys know I have a dog, which is like my best friend. So I take him on walks, which I'm like exercising for both me and my best friend. Yeah, so like the third one here is getting enough sleep. Be well rested, like be well rested so that you don't be feeling tired. Because if you're even tired, it makes it even worse. Do you get? So like be well rested. So whenever you show up in like a social gathering, you're like bougie. And then the next one here is feel relaxed. Yeah, this is very, very important. Because once you are anxious, you cannot even feel relaxed. You be tense, like you're not relaxed. So like just tell yourself that I have to be comfortable. I have to be relaxed. Like I have to be relaxed, okay? So just feel relaxed. If you want to stretch your back on the chair, if you want to stretch your leg, just be very relaxed. That way you can get rid of social anxiety in a room or wherever. Then practice a social situation by reaching out to people with whom you feel comfortable. Yeah, this is a very, very important tip. This tip is like very important. So if you battle social anxiety, I would advise you to put yourself out there. Put yourself what out there where you feel uncomfortable being. I mean, you have to start to go to those places because that's the only way you can start to get rid of social anxiety. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but like that's what I do. I do it a lot of times. So sometimes I would show up if you invite me somewhere. As much as I'm anxious, I would definitely show up because I'm trying to work on my anxiety problems. Do you get? So yeah, I try to show up to places where usually I'll be uncomfortable, even if I'll be uncomfortable. But I'm not saying that I 100% show up to everywhere. I still dodge up on a lot of places, which I'm not even going to lie to you guys, is affecting me and is limiting me, and that's why I keep working on myself. And that's why I'm talking to you guys about it as well, just because someone out there could as well be suffering from the same thing. This thing is very limiting. It can limit you from a job, it can limit you from something that can affect you, one information or something you get. It can limit you from a lot of things. So you don't want to battle social anxiety. Honestly, even with my channel, right, starting up this channel, I was anxious to death. Like I was so damn anxious, but like I said no, I'm going to do it. I didn't just say no, I'm going to do it like that, but you get. I kept on pushing myself. I kept on pushing myself. Times where I did videos and I didn't even feel like posting it on call. Do you get? I still had to push myself, and even like sometimes I still have anxiety putting my videos on Instagram. No offense to anybody, and not like I don't feel proud about what I'm doing, but like we all know Instagram is like the gram shape. Like for now, I'm not like gram, but so like I'm like, this Instagram people, but I still put my shit out there. I don't care. If you want to judge me, you can just go ahead and judge me. It is your problem, you get. By the time you begin to have this mindset that it is their problem, not your problem, I think you become to feel more comfortable. Yeah. Yeah. So like social anxiety is like a thin line from being uncomfortable. So like you're trying to see how you can be comfortable doing these things, right? Yeah. So okay, now we're moving over to like causes of social anxiety. One of the causes of social anxiety is growing up isolated. Yeah, so like if you grew up in a space where you were not so open to like people, social gatherings, you're definitely going to have social anxiety trying to now put yourself in positions like that. So if you're a parent watching this video, I would advise you and I urge you to please make sure to send your children to social gatherings. Like I don't know how they send, is that the word, but like make sure to like allow your children go to playgrounds, like meet up with their friends, so that they be able to build this confidence. Because social anxiety I think like it also has to do with like you not being confident enough. Yeah. So like if you were not open to people, by the time you're now open to people, you just feel some kind of uncomfortability. Even though me, I don't know where my social anxiety came from, sha. I don't know, but yeah. So, like, if you're a parent, please make sure to always put your children out there, advise them and push them to like go out and talk with their friends, try to like go to events so that they kind of can meet people of their age grade. They'll be able to speak like you get, and that way they do not suffer social anxiety. Yeah, so the second cause of social anxiety here is being bullied. So if you were bullied, you're definitely going to have social anxiety. Maybe you went to like a boarding school and you were timid, or you were bullied to the point that you cannot like really come out so yourself. You're definitely going to have social anxiety because being bullied has like put you back in your shell. Do you get? So like I would even advise you, anyone watching this video, don't allow anybody bully you, please. Like, do not allow anybody bully you. Okay? Everybody has blood running in their vein. Everyone is equal. So like, why are you going to allow someone bully you? And it's definitely going to have an effect on your mental health. So immediately you notice someone trying to bully you, you either walk out of that kind of environment, or you let the person know that they cannot speak to you or whatever in that kind of manner. Okay? Just so you don't suffer social anxiety in the future. And the third one here is being female. This is this is very controversial, but like, I think females suffer social anxiety more. I don't know why, but like, yeah, maybe because people tend to look at females more. Like if you're working, like if you come to a room, if you're a female, they like look at you more. I don't know if they're checking like your head to toe, or I don't know exactly what they're doing though, but like they tend to look at females more. So it can actually prompt social anxiety one way or the other, because having multiple eyes on you can give you this why are they looking at me vibe, and you start to like put up things in your head that, oh, maybe it's for this reason, or maybe my hair does not look nice, or maybe my dress is not nice enough. You start to bring up things to just give you that uncomfortable feeling. So yeah, being female kind of plays a role in social anxiety. So I want to urge all my female women, mothers, girls, fangirls, ladies out there. If you're a lady, be proud. Just be proud to be a lady, because we know our strengths, right? We know our strengths, and we know that we're beautiful creatures, and that's why they're going to want to be staring at us. So do not allow it to get in the way and cause you social anxiety. Just be yourself. Yeah. Okay, so what next? What next? Okay, we're going to talk about how to now overcome social anxiety. And mind you guys, I'm speaking from experience. And I have come open to let you guys know that I have social anxiety. I have been working on myself. So you can do the same, okay? It does not matter the level. Anybody can overcome social anxiety. Just be ready. So, how to overcome social anxiety? Tip one: face fear instead of avoiding them. Exactly. Like, you see those things that give you social anxiety, push yourself to those things. Like, push yourself to those things more often. I am still guilty about this point, because as much as I feel like I'm trying, I don't feel like I'm trying enough, because I want to get rid of social anxiety completely, because I feel like I'm a public figure, and I know what I like to do. I like to do hosting, presenting, all that kind of thing. And someone like me shouldn't be battling social anxiety. So I'm going really extreme on myself to see how much I get rid of it. So like, put yourself out there, positions where you feel totally uncomfortable. Put yourself out there. It doesn't matter what. The only tip I can give is, for me, another way I do it is I just try to make sure that I look good, like I feel good, I smell nice, my skin is glowing, like within me I feel very okay, so that I don't go and when people are staring at me I start to bring up stereotypes in my head that could be the reason why they're staring at me. So like, just be confident in yourself. So long as you know that you look good, so long as you feel confident about yourself, so long as you know that, me, I'm pretty, me, I'm a fine girl, me, I'm a hot girl. Just give yourself all those affirmations as well, so that you don't let anybody shake you with whether stares or whatever, even if they go to the point of saying you're not even fine. Just acknowledge that they are blind, they can't see. You know what you're seeing in the mirror, innit? Yeah. Okay, so tip number two on how to overcome social anxiety is open up around those you trust. Yes. So my friends know me, my close friends, they can tell that whenever we're in a gathering and I'm a bit anxious, I tell my friends that I'm anxious. Like, so just that they can relate to what I'm currently going through. And if there's any way they can help me ease off, they would help me ease off. But if your friend or whoever, does not know what you're going through, they probably could even be adding to it unconsciously, right? So it's okay to like just open up to your friend and be like, I'm kind of anxious. Maybe you're going for like an interview, like a job interview, right? As much as you might be anxious, you have to go for it now. So like what? You either going to groom yourself to let yourself know that I have to take this offer, like I have to go and bag this job for myself. One thing I know about myself is as much as I'm anxious, right? I still try to put myself out there. I still try to push myself, especially when if it's something that relates to like a brighter future, if it's something that's going to give me money. Okay, so especially if it's something that's going to bring about change positively to your life, please make sure to overcome that fear or whatever and go for it. Like I'm 100% known for facing my fears, especially if it has to do with something good. You get so like please. Okay, so tip number three is be authentic instead of worrying about what people think. Exactly, like be authentic. There's a reason why you're who you are, and that's why I said be real, be yourself, because there's no one like you, and no one can ever be like you. You're the only one in the whole of this universe. God did not create one person twice. He did not create one person in two different bodies. Even twins are like different personalities. They only just look the same. Sometimes they don't even look the same. Okay, so like yeah, be your authentic self, because there's a reason why you're who you are. There's a unique feature in you that no one else in this whole wide world can ever have. So be yourself, be authentic. Don't care about what people think about you, so long as you know yourself. And please know yourself what is very important. Know who you really are. Acknowledge yourself. If you don't even like, go to the point of like what's it called, like go to the point of affirmating yourself that, oh, I am beautiful, oh, I am intelligent, oh, I am full of grace, oh, I am all of that. Just so nothing can shake that confidence of who you are, because sometimes people can be looking at you and you don't even know why they're looking at you, and you start to bring up stereotype in your head that, oh, maybe it's because I'm not pretty enough, or maybe my hair looks shitty, or maybe something. But like, if you are authentic, you're not going to be thinking about that, because sometimes it might not even be what you're thinking that they might be looking at you for. What if they're looking at you that, oh damn, she's so pretty, or like, I like how she walks, or I like how she moves, but you don't know, and you're just having anxiety over what you don't know and what you cannot even control. So just be your authentic self and do not care about what people think. People are definitely going to think whatever they want to think. You also have an opinion about someone else. I also have an opinion about someone else. So someone can as well have an opinion about me. You as well can have an opinion about me. But where the boundary line is not caring what they think. They can only think, but when you give room for what they think, that's when it has an effect on you. So do not give in. Don't care what people think about you. Don't care. Like, why? Why are you gonna care? Exactly. So do not worry about what people think about you. So long as you know yourself, you know your what, you know who you are, it's enough. Let's move over to tip number four. Tell someone about your anxiety in the moment. Yes. Yes. I do this a lot. Like, I'll tell my friend like, I'm anxious. Like, I've said this before. So like, let someone in the room or in that space or whatever it is know that you're anxious. Sometimes even like like it could even be the person you're talking to that's causing you that anxiety. You could just be like, do you know, like, I'm a little anxious talking to you, just so they have an idea, just in case you're acting a certain way, they can be able to understand why you're acting that way. You get, it can help another person understand why you're acting the way you do. Exactly. So even if you go like on a date, and I don't know, maybe I don't know why it could be actually, maybe the guy's like so cute, or I don't know, Sha. whatever that could cause their anxiety, you could just calmly say, I'm a little bit anxious right now. It's okay if he knows, he could just help you feel better. Maybe he just brings a topic that could just help you feel more relaxed or something. So yeah, tell someone about your anxiety. It's really important. Tip number 5 is practice mindfulness. Yes, practice mindfulness. Be sure about who you are. Be mindful that you're created in God's image and likeness, and so nobody, I repeat, nobody can let you feel less of yourself or give you reasons to be anxious. So be mindful of whose image you are made up of. Be mindful of what you carry. Be mindful of how beautiful you are. Be mindful of how your skin is glowing. Be mindful of how clean you are. Be mindful of how intelligent you are. That way, I mean, you're not gonna be having social anxiety in that moment. So be very mindful. It can help take attention away from anxious thoughts. Exactly. So like, if you're rather thinking about how beautiful you are, there's no how you're going to be thinking about, well, maybe she's looking at me because my shoe is dirty or something. Well, if you are thinking that, so if you're thinking of all the beautiful things about yourself rather than the negative, that way you're going to be able to eradicate social anxiety in that moment. So be very mindful of yourself. I have times where, like, I've been in situations where people tell me I am really bold. People tell me, oh, you're so outspoken. Oh, like your aura is this. Like, maybe times I had to go for like an interview, maybe when I was trying to be like an intern or NYC. Like a lot of times I've been in positions where people out there, like people that have gotten to a really like people that have gotten to like a very reasonable stage in life tell me that, oh, you're so bold, oh, you're so this, and I'm like, all these people don't even know that I'm none of these things they think. I am only trying to be these things. So you trying to fight social anxiety, you end up coming off as bold, which people see me as now, but that's not who I really am. You get me? So like, just be really mindful of yourself. Know your aura, know who you are, know your what, and that way you are just gonna do great. So this is the final tip, and this tip is for, I don't know, probably if you're so chronic or if you have enough money to spend, but like, it is to talk to a therapist. Yeah. If you feel like it is really serious and that you cannot deal with it all by yourself, you probably want to talk to a therapist, right? So, oh shit, so you can talk to a therapist, or if you have a friend that's more like a listener and that can give you good advices, you can as well talk to them about it. Tell them, oh, this is what's happening to me. I have social anxiety. I don't know how to deal with it. And they're just gonna advise you, right? And of course, you can as well come and watch this video. Yeah, but like, that's pretty much it. We have come to the end of today's video. I'm pretty much excited because I know that this video is actually going to help someone out there. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely going to help someone out there. Please and please make sure to stand tall. Don't let anybody dim your light. Let the world see who you really are. Be your 100% authentic self. Be very realistic about yourself. Come very correct. Come correct. Yeah. And that is pretty much it for this video. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Let us engage on this video. Please drop your comments if you have social anxiety, or gatherings that give you social anxiety, or if you have any take on how to get rid of social anxiety. Let's just talk about this topic on the comment section. You guys know I reply to literally all comments, so I'm going to be talking to you guys, and I hope to see your comments right there.